Next item is the mayor's report. I want to read the following statement. In a recent New York News Times, an article was published which I feel as mayor I must address. The article I'm referring to is the article with the headline City Finances, which dealt with the year-end cash balances. In this article, Mrs. Wilkinson reported that the city administrator and the city treasurer could not answer her questions regarding the year-end cash balances, implying that neither the administrator or the city treasurer understood the information in the year-end report. This implication is simply and completely false. The city treasurer was the author of the report, and she, unlike Mrs. Wilkinson, understood and tried to communicate to her that the cash balance statement is not a statement about any budget, but rather a simple statement of year-end cash balances in each of the accounts funded through the general fund revenues as well as the utility and landfill funds. It was the city treasurer who, only a month after being installed as treasurer, identified a problem with dwindling reserves. She prepared a projection of year-end reserves and based upon budgeted spending, and found that the reserves could drop to a dangerously low level of approximately $58,000 by year-end. She notified the city administrator, who immediately issued a moratorium on non-critical spending to all city departments, which in turn resulted in less spending and a higher reserve at the end of the year, which, as you saw in the report last meeting, was $451,000. In other words, the city treasurer and the city administrator both did their jobs exceedingly well in identifying and addressing the financial problem. The ad hominem attack on two very knowledgeable employees by Mrs. Wilkinson demonstrates extreme bias and is unprofessional at best and potentially slanderous at worst. Mrs. Wilkinson demonstrated a further lack of professionalism and honesty by telling the treasurer and the city administrator at the conclusion of the interview with her that she would write the article and forward it to them prior to publication to verify the accuracy of the article. Rather than do so, Mrs. Wilkinson published an article which attempts to smear the reputations of two loyal and very capable city employees. So much for honesty and truth in reporting. I call on Mrs. Wilkinson to retract her implication and report the news and present information to the public accurately, without bias, and with true journalistic professionalism in the future. I also ask the clerk to include this entire statement in the council minutes so it will